Imagine standing at the foot of a mountain of debt, feeling overwhelmed and unsure where to start. It's a common scenario, whether you're an individual with a few credit card bills or an entrepreneur juggling business loans. Debt, in all its forms, can feel like a massive, seemingly insurmountable obstacle, but here's the good news: it's not. Just as every mountain has a peak, every debt has an end. And just as every mountain can be conquered step by step, so too can debt be overcome with the right strategies. It's all about breaking it down into manageable parts and then tackling those parts one at a time. The path doesn't have to be a solitary one. There are proven methods, tools, and resources available to help you make it to the top. So you're standing at the foot of this debt mountain. Let's explore how you can start climbing. Now imagine a snowball, quite small initially, but growing larger and faster as it rolls downhill. This is precisely the debt snowball method. Visualize yourself holding a handful of debts. Some are big, some small. To understand this concept better, let's think about John. He had multiple debts: a credit card balance, an auto loan, and a big student loan. The debt snowball method suggests starting with the smallest debt first, just like John did. He started by settling his small credit card debt while still making minimum payments on his car and student loans. Once the credit card debt was wiped off, he rolled the money he was allocating towards it into paying off his car loan, the next smallest debt. This process continued, gradually accelerating, just a snowball rolling down a hill. Afterward, he tackled his most significant debt, his student loans. Now you might ask yourself, why start with the smallest debt? Well, it's not solely about the numbers, it's about the psychological boost, the feeling of accomplishment you get from scratching a debt off your list. This approach grants quick victories, keeping your motivation high as you watch your debts vanish one after another. And it's not just about feeling good. Each time you pay off a debt, like John did, you free up more cash to put towards the next one. So your capability to pay off debt accelerates over time. Hence the snowball metaphor. Yes, it's a straightforward strategy, but it's highly effective. It's about starting small, building momentum, and maintaining motivation. With the debt snowball, you can start small, but end up with significant results, as John. But remember, this is not the only path up the debt mountain. Let's switch gears and imagine an avalanche, powerful and fast, obliterating everything in its path. This is the essence of the Debt Avalanche method. Now let's dissect this strategy with an example. Consider John, a person with a high-interest credit card debt, a personal loan, and a mortgage. The Debt Avalanche method is all about tackling high-interest debts first. For John, it began with addressing his high-interest credit card debt. It's like starting at the peak of your debt mountain and working your way down, attacking the most threatening elements first. It's not about the size of the debt, but rather the cost of its interest. Picture this: John was standing at the base of a mountain, looking up at various boulders representing his debts. To him, the higher the boulder, the higher its interest rate. With the avalanche method, John aimed to dislodge the highest boulder, his credit card debt, first. Once he freed himself from that, he tackled the next highest, his personal loan, and finally, he managed to pay off his mortgage. The Debt Avalanche method requires two key traits: discipline and patience. It's a method that may take longer to see results compared to others, like the Debt Snowball method. But don't let that discourage you. Remember, you're playing the long game here, because the Debt Avalanche can be more cost-effective in the long run. By focusing on high-interest debts first, like John, you're reducing the amount of interest you'll pay over time. It's like stopping the most dangerous boulders from tumbling down your mountain, saving you from potential financial harm. The debt may be a slower process, but it's just as effective at conquering the mountain. Just ask John, who is now debt-free. The path up the debt mountain may be steep and challenging, but it's not impossible. The journey starts with a single step. Each stride you take, no matter how small, is a triumph. It's a testament to your determination, your dedication, and your desire to conquer the mountain. It's about commitment, consistency, and courage. The courage to face your debts and the consistency to keep chipping away at them. Let's consider the example of John. John found himself with a mountain of debt, but he didn't let that discourage him. He used a combination of the snowball and avalanche methods to tackle his debts. Started with the smaller debts, gaining momentum as he cleared each one. Then he shifted to the avalanche method, focusing on the higher interest debts that were costing him more over time. By using these methods hand in hand, John able to climb his debt mountain one step at a time, Remember the snowball method and the avalanche method. They're not magic tricks, they're tools. And like any tool, they're only as effective as the person wielding them. It's not about the size of the debt you're starting with, it's about the size of the commitment you're willing to make. So take that first step and then take another. Keep climbing, keep pushing, keep believing, because every mountain, no matter how high, can be conquered one step at a time. Remember, every journey starts with a single step. Share your own debt management success stories in the comments below. Your experience, like John's, might be the inspiration someone else needs to start their climb. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe for more content on unlocking the secrets of financial success.